Have you ever wondered what would happen if you masturbated every single day for a year? Science and philosophy have some surprising answers. Masturbation is natural, it's common, and it's often seen as harmless. But doing it daily for an entire year, that might have unexpected effects, from changes in your brain chemistry to shifts in your emotions. Even your physical health, there's more to this habit than you think. Today, we're diving deep into the science, the psychology, and the Stoic perspective on self-control and moderation. Now, let's get into it. 1. Decreased sensitivity over time. Imagine eating your favorite meal every single day. At first, it's amazing, every bite satisfying. But over time, something changes. The excitement fades, the flavors dull, and what once brought you pleasure now just feels routine. This is exactly what happens when you overindulge in anything, especially masturbation. Your brain is wired to seek novelty, but when you flood it with constant dopamine spikes, your reward system dulls. What once felt thrilling now feels weak, and that's why you start needing more stimulation, more intensity, just to feel the same effect. This is desensitization, and it's why so many men find themselves trapped in the cycle of extreme content just to chase a high that keeps getting harder to reach. Seneca warned about this. When a man becomes a slave to his desires, he loses control over himself. The solution: it's not about complete abstinence, but restraint. Want to truly enjoy pleasure? Then control it. Delay it. Don't let it control you. 2. Increased risk of habit formation and dependence. What starts as a habit can become a prison. Many men don't even realize they're addicted until they try to stop and can't. The brain adapts to what you do repeatedly, and the more you reinforce a habit, especially one that gives instant pleasure, the harder it is to break. At first, it's a choice, but soon, it's an unconscious response. You feel stressed, you masturbate. You feel bored, you masturbate. You feel lonely, you masturbate. And then one day, you realize you're not in control anymore. This is how dependence forms, not just on the act, but on the escape it provides. Masturbation becomes an easy out, a way to numb yourself instead of facing your problems head-on. Marcus Aurelius had it right. A man who cannot control his urges is not free. Want to break the cycle? Choose discipline. Decide when and how you engage in pleasure. Don't let it decide for you. That is the difference between a strong man and a weak one. 3. Reduced libido and sexual dysfunction. Here's the irony. You'd think that more stimulation equal more desire. But the truth? The more you masturbate, the less you want sex. Why? Because your brain adjusts. You flood it with dopamine over and over, and it starts shutting down the response. Your libido drops. Your attraction to real women fades. And before you know it, you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. And let's talk about porn, because that's part of the equation too. Pornography warps your brain. It conditions you to expect extreme, unrealistic scenarios. And real intimacy, real connection, it just doesn't seem as exciting anymore. Studies prove it. Men who quit excessive masturbation experience a massive surge in libido, a stronger sex drive, a deeper connection with real partners. Epictetus taught this. A man who is ruled by pleasure is a weak man. If you're feeling low on energy, if you've lost interest in real relationships, if you're struggling with performance, stop, take a break, reset. You'll be shocked at how fast your body recovers. 4. Emotional and psychological effects. This is the part no one talks about. Masturbation isn't just about the physical effects, it impacts your mind, your emotions, your confidence. You ever feel drained after doing it? Like your energy is just gone? That's not just in your head. Science proves it. Excessive masturbation depletes dopamine. And dopamine? It's what drives your motivation, your ambition, your drive. When you use it up on cheap pleasure, you have nothing left for real-life success. And then comes the worst part, the shame, the guilt, the feeling that you just wasted your energy. Again, you know you're capable of more, but instead of chasing greatness, you're chasing the next release. Seneca had one simple rule: true happiness comes from self-mastery, not from indulgence. If you want to regain control, if you want to rebuild your confidence, stop giving in. It's going to be hard at first, but that's the point. Greatness is built through struggle. 5. The potential benefits of daily masturbation. All right, let's be honest about this. Some experts claim that daily masturbation has real benefits. They say it can reduce stress, improve sleep, even lower the risk of prostate cancer. Sounds like a win, right? And yeah, there's some truth to that. When you climax, your brain releases endorphins, the same chemicals that make you feel good after a workout. It can help you relax, relieve tension, and even boost your mood in the short term. But here's where things get tricky. If something feels good, does that mean it's always good for you? Let's break it down. Sure, daily masturbation might help with stress, but so does working out, so does meditation, so does actually facing your problems head on. Yeah, it might help you fall asleep faster, but what about the energy it drains from you the next day? What about the lack of motivation, the mental fog, the loss of drive? And about that prostate health argument, you don't need to ejaculate every day to get the benefits. Studies show that even a couple of times per week is enough. The problem isn't the act itself, it's how you use it. A Stoic wouldn't say never masturbate. He'd say never let it control you. If you're using it as a tool, something you engage in consciously, in moderation, fine. But if it's controlling you, if it's your default escape, if it's killing your drive, lowering your standards, and making you weak, then it's a problem. Pleasure is not the enemy. Dependence is. Find balance. Make a choice. But make sure it's a choice that makes you stronger, not weaker. So, what now? If you've been stuck in this cycle, you have a choice. You can keep going, feeling weaker, losing control, watching your drive fade. Or you can take your power back, cut back, see what happens, feel the difference in your energy, your focus, your confidence. Men who master themselves, master life. Men who let their impulses control them, stay stuck, choose discipline, choose control, choose strength. If this video helped you, subscribe. This channel is here to make you stronger. Check the description for resources that will help you level up. Now, get out there and take control.